We'll start with the first skill you encounter in the game, wood chopping. To entice you with a taste of what's to come, one of the first quests in the game is to chop down a tree. You don't chop down the tree, of course. You just click the tree and your guy waddles over and begins chopping, while the quest giver stands there staring, looking pleased with himself. Okay, so how do you progress with these skills? What does advancement look like? What happens when you get to level 120 in chopping? Yeah. You remember the part where I said you click the tree and your fella begins chopping? Yeah, it's that. Your character will gain skill experience after every successful chop that provides a log. After enough time has passed and you've accumulated the requisite experience points, that skill levels up and so does your proficiency in that skill, which adds into the calculation of how many logs you can get per chop. Once the result of that calculation grows high enough, you can then progress on to the next type of tree to chop down. Since it's a tougher tree, you get very few logs at first, so you level up the skill and upgrade your axe to boost your proficiency and overall stats. That way you can get more logs. And eventually, dude, you're just swimming in logs, fucking drowning in logs, trust me. And your skill is high enough that now you can move on to the next type of tree to chop down. But perhaps I'm focusing too much on chopping. Let's talk about mining. In mining, you click on an ore vein and your character waddles over and begins mining. Your character will gain skill experience after every successful pickaxe swing that provides ore. After enough time has passed and you've accumulated the requisite experience points, that skill levels up and so does your skill proficiency, which adds into the calculation of how much ore you can get per swing. Once that's high enough, you can progress on to mining the next type of ore. But perhaps I'm focusing too much on chopping. Let's talk about bug catching. Your character will gain experience points after every successful swing that catches a bug. After enough time has passed and you've accumulated the requisite experience points, that skill levels up and so does your skill proficiency, which adds into the calculation of how many bugs you can get per swing. Once that's high enough, you can progress on to catching the next type of bug. Thankfully, not every skill follows this exact formula.